Hello there, everybody. It's time for another recorded podcast, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Elden Ring for 10 minutes, hopefully. Um, I hope it's also, low enough volume. And we will see what we can run with. Thank you to Budget Buskets for giving some tips. Let's see. I unfortunately am not going to meet the game audio because I think part of the seeing the games and being played it's important to hear the game stuff. I just gotta remember where I was. It's been a while since I played. So first question here about my player background. Well, he's Hugh Mann. He is very, very much human, and he is angling for a job, take over Kif Kroker's job with Zap Brannigan. And hopefully, things go well. And, remember Hugh Mann, a name you can trust. His background, I gave a little bit of that already. How I built him, I kind of went for physical builds. I don't have any souls, why am I even looking? And I was hoping that I could have, to start kind of as a joke build, or joke character, and I just kind of based them originally on a character in my Football Manager file.
You must but spare for the flame and can live.
Okay, no idea.
Oh, go let the work.
And he was originally like a 16-year-old. He was legitimately 6'9", 240 pounds. Just random generator, and I was like, oh wow, he was like anywhere good on defense. And I've kind of made him good as a striker as well.
There are four more. Mikola, his twin, Luna, and Rani is so here. If you should let all trade, we both as such.
He's nothing important there. Let's see. So I went with the 6'9", 240. And then I wanted to make him a physical beast, because if he's physical and has really good heading and strength and everything, who's gonna fight him? Fight him for these headers and stuff. Okay. Then you can have. I'm working on his technical and mental attributes, because it's very frustrating to be sitting there and watching him do something. I don't even know what it is he would be doing. I bet now already. There's no one here, so I'm really not quite sure where he's going with after, necessarily. But, just trying to, get a build up to where I like it and go from there. Hopefully, to a point that is enjoyable. Maybe not enjoyable, but, useful. And useful to the team, obviously, amongst other things. Let's see. How I got into the league. Well, I've been in and out of leagues of this sort since 2006. The MSFL Reborn. It was run on Madden. Then I joined. Then I've had a bunch of leagues since then. It's all things like, I don't know. Let's see if I can find. It's like leagues out in the office. Sometimes I'm done with it, and I take a big old break from it. Sorry, someone's asked me a question. But I've been in leagues. They've been a lot of fun with things like Madden leagues. I was in the ISFL, then called NSFL for a while. I was the starting quarterback season 1 of the Yellowknife Wraiths, and then to sign and trade to go to San Jose, the Sabercats. I've dabbled in a basketball league way long ago. I don't even remember the name of it. Been in a soccer league before too. It wasn't running Football Manager. It was running something else that I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Okay, been already. I also had. What's this one? I've also had been a part of GM leagues, specifically through Madden, I was a part of 3 of them. All have since unfortunately folded. Some of the most fun I had in that was I had the Bears in a league where I revamped the quarterback and offensive line, and I accepted I was gonna be bad for 2 years, and I set got sacked records for those first 2 years. Then I drafted a quarterback. It was Graham Harrell of Texas Tech, and he ended up being really good because I was playing the Indianapolis playbook with high aggression before I had my wide receivers. And in Madden at those days, even if you didn't do well, if you chucked it over 35 times a game, you got awareness boosts when progression came through. Finally, I was able to stack up my wide receivers with, Devin Hester, Deshaun Jackson, and 2 random generators who were 97 and 99 speed. Those 2 generators were at 6'4" and 6'5". The 6'5" guy with the higher speed had a 30 catch, but I was like, he's 6'5" and 95 speed. He's going to be able to catch. He's going to be open. Even if he drops 30%, he's going to be open more often than not. Let's see what else we got. Other, and I'm trying not to get too much into it because it's other sim leagues. Back to the soccer league. I've already done this boss. It's this one. I just enjoy the idea of creating a character and working with him. This is not it. You create a character, you work with him, you see him go from barely better than a bot to this amazing player who can do all sorts of amazing things with the ball at his feet, or is physically ridiculously good.
This seemed ready to me.
Oh no!
Please.
Let's try to find some monsters to kill, so you're not just seeing me walk around Lendell Royal Capital. You can have just this I like the concept of sim leagues. The only problem I have with them is after at least in my experience, after the first call it 8 seasons, you start getting into the it starts getting a little meta in that it's not, you're not building it how you want to build it necessarily. You're building it because the league has declared this is the build to be had. And if you don't do the build that's you're going to be you're relatively useless. Like in Madden leagues, the thing at the time was doesn't matter your height, weight, whatever. If you had other things, speed. If you weren't at least at 90 speed, you were maybe you get away with less if you're like the third receiver. But because all the cornerbacks went speed, all the linebackers went speed, everybody went speed. So theoretically, you should be able to get like a counter build where it's like, oh, they're all speed. I'm just gonna max up on power and say, screw you, deal with me. As we all know, it doesn't always work like that in leagues. But I always try to build well-rounded characters as opposed to everyone's gonna be running super random. Oh, I'm gonna go all into jumping height, strength, and heading or something. Which, although to be fair, that's kind of more of an option than other builds. So it's a bad example. Actually, Elden Ring, for example. I'm not as good at dodging as other people who play are. So when I build him, I built for vigor. So I have over almost 2,000 health just without any of the boosts, being activated. Let's check this. I hope that, as this goes on, it's kind of like a practice number 2. I hope that people are able to enjoy it, and I hope that, the sound comes through. So it would really suck if I have to record this again. Hey, Gravelstones. I hope, people continue to watch, and I hope to be able to do this for a long time to come. Thank you. episode.